Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Live from Studio A and inside the Possum and Sugar Shack World Headquarters, it's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Coming up, Jonathan Schlew from CarGenerator. Jeff has a segment on EVs with solar panels.
Oh, yeah.
Conrad has the racing calendar and the car clinic. We'll also have the stories making automotive news headlines this week. We're going to stick it in just ahead on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars, King Conrad DeLong. We always need more Jeff Dziekan. I'm Don Armstrong. So glad that you could join us on this Saturday on our live stream. By the way, our live stream is always every Saturday, 8 to 11. And next week, we're going to be traveling about 300 miles northwest of here to a little place called
Granbury,
Texas.
Not Granbury, but Granbury.
Did you clear up those warrants
on Granbury Lake
From last year? Yeah, I got those warrants.
The warrants cleared up.
Okay, making sure.
So we're going to go there for the Lone Star Street Rod Association.
I'm looking forward to it.
Huge meet. If you're listening and you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, it's definitely worth going to Granbury to check out some of the cars that are there. Some stunning.
It's kind of like a little vacation village southwest of Fort Worth.
Yeah.
It's a cute little place.
And I did the road trips. Did the road trips for the summer? This is a perfect road trip.
It is.
It's a hamlet.
Yeah, it's a hamlet. That's what I wouldn't call it a hamlet.
Because then you got ogres and people under bridges and stuff. That's
They don't have any
They
bridges.
got a beautiful lake there that goes on for miles and miles and miles and miles.
Yeah. 23 miles.
23,
like that.
27 miles.
We'll find out later because she's.
Yes.
Yep.
We're gonna.
Dooley's gonna be on.
We're gonna talk to Tom's daughter, and Miss Dooley from the Chamber of Commerce up there to remind you of all the good things going on
in Granbury. Good food.
I want to say Glanville every time I say Granbury,
No,
but that'd be Jerry Glanville.
Jerry Glanville.
I know Jerry Glanville very well. Anyway, not that well, but I know him well.
It's because you're special. Don.
No, I'm not. He did.
Okay.
Back in the Oiler days, he did broadcasts on the radio station that I worked for, and we were all part of that. Anyway.
Yeehaw.
Time now to talk to a fellow by the name of Jonathan Schlew. Jonathan, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. How are you?
Well, very well, thank you. And Jonathan is with CarGenerator and CarGenerator.com. And so I don't mess this up, which I am really famous for. I'm going to let you explain what CarGenerator is and what it does. Go.
Perfect. CarGenerator is the easiest, safest way to turn your car into a backup generator that can power essential things in your home or for camping if you're going to boondock or go off grid. It's 11 pounds. It's the world's only weatherproof inverter. So basically, it's the core inside of it is an inverter, but really simple. When the power goes out, you don't need to worry about messing around with dangerous gas cans or fooling around with, storing things. Simply just attach CarGenerator. You hang it on the front of your car, start your engine, and you have power for 50 to 70 hours. And it works with gas, diesel, pure or hybrid, and pure electric EVs. It works across the board.
Are you from Canada?
I am, but I would say that I'm North American. I would say because we've got about 70% of our customers are in USA and 30% are Canadian.
Well, I have nothing against Canadians. I love Canadians.
Did I give it away?
Yeah. And you know what word it was?
About.
About the
Well,
Hoos.
Don's almost Canadian. He's from Wisconsin.
Yeah, well, that, and I'm a big hockey fan, and I got to know lots of Canadian hockey players back in the day when we had the Arrows here, and great folks, and I truly enjoy, especially your sense of humor up there. And I guess you have to grow into that sense of humor because of the weather.
We sure do. Unfortunately, we have no Florida, nothing really that warm. So in the winter, you pretty much just turn the heat up in your house and hope for the best. That's all you can do.
And work on things like, inverters in your garage over the winter and come up with this. Is that what you did?
Well, that's really how it all started. I'll tell you kind of how it all started is we love camping and way back when we used to tent camp, and then we got a pop-up trailer and we loved that. And then I was thinking to myself, okay, we need power. I was really excited. I got one solar panel put on the roof and everything else. And then I realized we need power because just a little bit of solar enough is not enough. And so then I thought, am I going to buy a gas generator and store it? And it's like 60 to 100 pounds to store a bunch of gas cans. But I kind of thought, I have a great motor, a great engine, a gas tank. It all works well. All I need is the last bit, which is an inverter, but in a fully weatherproof and user-friendly and safe enclosure. So I'm a bit of a serial entrepreneur. So I sold our tech company back a number of years ago, and my wife and I bought a 30-foot Airstream travel trailer, and I was really excited because we had 5 big solar panels, and I thought, that's great, we can do anything. But then you keep pressing the cappuccino button, like over there, that's our cappuccino maker.
Yes.
I'm in the Airstream right now, and keep pressing that cappuccino button, and you realize you actually need more power. If you're the kind of person that goes camping in a trailer and you shut off all the lights, you don't use the battery, you just wear one of those headlamps all the time, okay, that's fine. But you know what? To live your life, you need power. So I invented a way to do that, and it's really simple. Just start your car engine. We've developed a safe and patented way to do it, attached car generator. And then that all worked really great. But then around the fall, I was sitting in the fall time, like September, October, I was sitting on my front porch.
That first cold front blows through and you go, burr.
It does. And I sat on my front porch and I thought, man, I wonder if the power went out, how do I keep our house warm? And the first thing that I originally did was then I went out and I bought a bunch of kerosene. I got a kerosene heater and a bunch of kerosene jugs, and I stored them all in my garage and my shed, which is pretty dangerous on its own. And then I thought, you know what? I wonder if I could hook up this car generator that I did to our house and our home furnace. Like, who thinks of that? So I did that, and lo and behold, a couple of months later, in the middle of December, just before Christmas, we had a power outage, and we had a big ice storm, and we had no power for 3.5 days. All of our neighbors moved out of their houses. They had to go to hotels. Their pipes froze. They had insurance claims. It was just such a trouble. And we literally just went out, started our car. I attached the original version of the car generator to it, and we ran for 3.5 days using our car.
Oh, wow.
And that's about 83 hours. And when the power came back on, which was just the day before Christmas, we actually had used about a half a tank of gas. So that's with a Toyota Highlander hybrid, which is still actually running great right to today. So that's the story. The key thing is, people, they try to store wood and they have like all these different ways to try to stay warm. But really, all you need to do is just start your car and attach a car generator and run an extension cord inside, or we have a special home integration kit. And that's really it. You can power your furnace, your home gas or oil furnace for 50 to 70 hours. You can run your fridges. California, PG&E was shutting out all of the shutting off people, and all their freezers and fridges are going bad. And why not just start your car and attach a car generator? It weighs 11 pounds.
So
that's all you need to do.
How does it attach to the car?
So really easy. Car generator. I have one here with me in our Airstream trailer. So this is what it looks like. And it has a set of standard booster
Jumper
clamps,
leads.
although but they are special high heat capable booster clamps. So normally with a booster clamp or booster cables, you can buy cheap ones because you're just using it to start, you're going to run 80 or 100 amps through it, right, for 5 seconds or something, just to jump the other car. But when you're pulling power continuously, it has to be done differently. So our 1,000 watt unit has jumper clamps on it. Our bigger units, which is 1,500, 2,000 watts, and even 3,000 watts for people who have dual alternators, those ones use a direct connect. It's a plug that actually installs in your engine compartment, and you basically just connect it and plug in, and that's it. Yeah, and then inside there's just standard. You can probably see this. There's basically standard household type outlet, and you just plug into that, and that's literally all you do. And that is how you use CarGenerator. And the best thing is when it's done, you just fold it up, put the cables inside, it all packs away nicely, and put it away and forget about it. You can see on our website, www.cargenerator.com, you can see examples of lots of videos of how this works. And then you don't have to do anything. You could forget about it for 3 years and then pull it out, and it'll work just as good as as the day you used it first.
And when we were talking about this the other day, I mean, it went through my mind that the beginning of hurricane season this week, and we've already got a storm out there in the Gulf of Mexico, I have to take my generator out. I have to get some fresh gas, start it, let it run, hopefully. And if it doesn't, I got to take it to the shop and make sure it's going to run. And I can do that every year because I don't think about running it every 2 or 3 months. I just do it once a year. Yeah. And in my mind, this thing eliminates that. And for the price I paid for my generator, I could buy that unit.
How much is that unit?
CarGenerator is around $800, and
not bad at all.
The key thing about it is that we see people that a power outage happens, and we call it the 2.5 year oh my god or oh my gosh. So what happens is people rush out in a power outage, rush out to Home Depot, and they buy a generator, and then they use it for a day or whatever it is, and they put it in the shed and they forget about it, and then 2.5 years later they go to start it up in an emergency when they need it most, and it doesn't work. Right. And the carburetor's gummed up and it's old gas and all these kinds of things. So, I would say, we always say, if you use a generator often, if you need it, like if your power goes out several times a month, then God bless, go out and buy a regular generator or buy a big Generac or whatever. But if it goes out occasionally, this is the simplest product. And the approach is very simple. Like people, a lot of car guys initially sort of get worried, is it going to destroy your alternator or engine or anything else? And the principle, and the answer is no. The way it is that any car out there is engineered spending millions of dollars. So you could go out, start the engine, and put all the accessories, switch all the accessories on. You could leave it running like that for a day. No problem. I mean, not a 69 Studebaker, but any modern car, it's engineered such that any weather you could just start it up. And all we're doing is we're saying, when you're not driving your car, just shut all those accessories off, and we're pulling that power out to do a different job, which is like running your home furnace or running your fridge or freezers or things like that. So it's a very simple, very safe way to pull power out of something you already have, and it's maintained, it's quiet. It uses about the same amount of gas as a regular gas generator. You can do videos on our website, cargenerator.com. You click on videos and you see where we took an OBD scanner. I think it was a Blue Driver or something I got on Amazon for $100, and it shows you the fuel rate. And you can see it's like about a 1/4 gallon an hour, like 1/3 of a gallon an hour. You can see. So it's a very simple way to get a modest amount of power out of your car.
But now, so that's the portable one. And to me, in my mind, for my use, because I can take that over to my mother's, I can take it over to the kids, wherever I need to use it.
You sure can.
But you mentioned there was a home integration kit for, like somebody puts in a Generac, like down at the beach, they put in propane tanks to fuel them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the home integration kit, could you kind of expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, I'll talk about that. So first, the people that buy a Generac, some people are the kind of people that when the power goes out, you know what, they want this big motor on their front lawn to start up, and then it'll power everything. They can switch all the lights on, host a party, run laundry, bake a cake. I'm not really that way. All I want to do is I want to make sure that I can keep my furnace running to keep the house warm in the winter, or I can run my fridges in the summer, a couple of lights and TV, and that's all. I'm not looking to run everything in my house and my walk-in, all these kinds of things. So the home integration kit from CarGenerator takes the power of CarGenerator and makes it super easy to connect to your house. It's a little box that connects. An electrician will install it beside your electrical panel. It's fully UL and CSA and all safety approved. An electrician will install it beside your panel, and there's a power inlet, a special little power inlet plug which is actually a recessed male 15 amp plug on the outside of your house, so that when the power goes out, typically what'll happen is people attach a generator and then they run an extension cord in down through dark stairways, and they have to pull the fridge away from the wall in the kitchen, and they have to do all these things. This just makes it really easy. Instead of panicking, you basically start your car, attach the car generator, plug it into there, and then you've got 4 switches that you can switch over. So your home gas or oil furnace could be one circuit, your internet and TV could be another, your fridge could be another, your freezers could be another. And that makes it really simple also to load share. So if you need to run one thing for a bit and then shut it off and run something else, you can do that too. So that's called our Home Integration Kit. And if you go to CarGenerator.com, you'll see we also have a bundle that includes CarGenerator plus the Home Integration Kit together. So it makes it really simple. We sell them both together. It's everything you need to go. And that's all.
Okay, so
what I thought of whenever he was talking about this the other day was, so like you got your classic car. I was thinking about when Harvey came through. You got your classic car in a controlled environment because it's, you're trying to take care of it. Well, the power goes out. Well, you lose your controlled environment. Well, here's an opportunity that you could either feed it off that home integration out to that, or set up a separate unit so that if your car's worth it, now you've got control over your controlled environment when there's no power.
Very nice.
Yeah, we actually had a company that Expediter Wines. They are specialized in premium wine storage and transfer, and they actually featured our product as well as a really great way to get backup power for if you've got premium wine collections. You can do that. So there's all kinds of things you can do, and quite honestly, it's also for people with CPAP machines. Most recently, the Kidney Dialysis Association. We've sent them one, and they're going through it. So basically, if you're running kidney dialysis or you need medical or CPAP machines, we had a customer that bought one. His wife had an operation, and she was on a hospital bed in their home with an air bed, and they used it to run that when the power went out. She had a hip operation, and they needed it for a chair to help lift up. So there's so many different things. And CarGenerator is just a really simple way to get a modest amount of power. And it's a different way of thinking about power. Instead of a traditional electrician will come in and they'll add up, they'll come in and they'll add up all the different things in your house. And then they'll tell you, you need this giant thing. I walked by a semi-detached house in our neighborhood, and they had a 22,000 watt generator in the front lawn. And I thought, you just got so oversold. Who run, really? So, yeah.
Yeah, I did. We just put a Generac in my backyard after.
Is it 22,000 watts?
It's a 22,000 watt V-twin.
Oh, my God.
And I'll tell you, the neighbors can hear it. They know you got a generator when that thing lights up, and it lights up about once a month just to keep the fluid stirred.
So what fuels it?
Natural gas.
So you got on natural gas
into the house. So another
That's
question.
Really,
when we walked in this morning and I saw that we were talking to CarGenerator, my thought was, it's a rescue system for Teslas who run out of power out on the road.
Yeah.
Well, you could. It would just be really slow because the amount of energy that a Tesla needs to charge at speed in order to get any mileage, you're probably better off getting a big generator to do that or something. But you touched on the noise issue, and that's actually a really big thing that's come up from our customers. If you go camping, you don't want to be that person that buys the big, smelly, noisy, open frame construction generator. We had one of those guys that camped beside us, and he ran his generator, which we couldn't stop him, but I swear it was like a chainsaw running all the time.
The big Briggs and Stratton motors are quite noisy. I think Hondas are actually quite quiet as a generator.
They are, but there's a dirty secret about that. So people sit there with their Honda generators in front of their trailers, and it's purring super quiet, and it's really great. But they're only pulling 100 watts. Wait until they ramp up to the full load of, a couple thousand watts. Yeah. And it's a different.
It'll try and keep up. Yeah.
Jonathan,
where's your car?
Where do we go to look at the pricing and order one?
For sure. www.cargenerator.com. And if you have any questions, call us anytime, 800-750-4660. And we're happy to help.
Operators are
And,
standing by.
Yeah.
Does it come with
and
a set
also
of
to help you
Ginsu
if you have any
knives?
questions.
No Ginsu knives. I want to make sure though that I'm getting it from Canada.
Yeah, you actually ship out of both Buffalo. We've got a U.S. address and a Canadian shipping warehouse, so it goes out of either place. Shipping time's usually about 2 or 3 days typically,
That's
so
not
it's pretty quick.
Jonathan, it's great to talk to you. What great information, great product, and
Already posted it on our social media.
Yeah,
it's good. Yeah. So
I like it.
Thanks so much for joining us today. Best of luck to you. Stay in touch with us. Let us know how sales are going.
My pleasure. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a super day.
You do the same.
Thank you.
Great idea.
It is. It truly is. If you'd like to get in touch with us here at In Wheel Time, shoot us an email. Our address here is info@inwheeltime.com. The In Wheel Time race card is sponsored by Texas Nostalgia Modified Production.
And they're out racing this weekend, as a matter of fact, at TRX Raceway. But some of the other stuff. Last weekend was a great weekend for racing. Monaco, the Coca-Cola 600, which actually ran on Monday, and Indy 500. Some good races to watch. Next, then it ran
NASCAR.
on Tuesday, Monday.
Okay.
Did it run Tuesday?
I think it ran Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Anyway, go ahead, please.
So next up in NASCAR is Sonoma, California, the road course, and that's on the 11th. On the 25th, they're going to be at Nashville for the first time. And then on July 2nd, they're going to be in the streets of Chicago. So you talk about fast pit stops, they're going to lose their wheels and tires pretty quick. You know, they could take the wheels and tires off your car at 20 miles an hour in Chicago
I wouldn't know that.
and not be prosecuted.
But clearly you know that.
I knew that was coming.
And then Formula One is the Canadian Grand Prix on the 18th, Zandorf on the 25th, and the Austrian Grand Prix on are you wiggling my?
I am.
Keep going.
Yes, I am. Just keep.
On July 2nd.
All right.
IMSA on June 25th is at Watkins Glen, and I'm assuming our friend Alex Udell will probably podium again at Watkins Glen. I'd love to just go for a ride with him at speed. And then Indy cars are at Road.
Not before me.
No, not before you. And then Indy cars are at Road America on June 18th. They're at Mid-Ohio on July 2nd. And then June
Road courses.
Yep. June 10th
Love it.
is the 24 Hours of Le Mans.
Le Mans.
Le Mans.
Uh-huh. I will tell you
Le
this.
Mans.
Thank you. That would be the lemons of whatever.
Different race.
Different race. I thoroughly enjoyed Monaco with the
Okay.
Formula One.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That road course that they've got set up, just absolutely incredible.
The,
Can
the
you-
aerial view really gives you a picture of how that track was set up on those city streets and how crazy it is for them to be doing 160 miles an hour
And
at
pass.
some point. And trying to outbrake the guy going into
That's
the
it.
chicane at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
And then, of course, last week of the month is the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb, and that'll be Richard Tomlin and his crew will be there. We're going to set up a live call.
No
with
one.
him.
Well, no, they're going to be too busy for that. All right, thank you, sir. Time now for this week's feature from Mr. Jeffrey the Man Dziekan.
Yep.
And it's called, fittingly, Power from the Sun.
Yeah. Well, my parents did that to me. They used to call me son a lot.
But
So,
you had no power.
Yeah.
Spelled differently.
A little bit different. And here we go. So many prototypes of solar-powered cars are currently in development, and some are even produced. According to estimates, the solar market for this is $689 billion by the year 2027. Automobile companies are already working on ways to capitalize on this interim technology, such as solar roof panels, charging batteries for the internal systems. The one we have here is a Mercedes-Benz Vision EQXX, and it's an iconic German automaker debuted the Vision EQXX in January at the Consumer Electronics Show, having teased this vehicle in previous times, recent months, and so on.
Teased it. Nana boo boo.
The electric concept sedan ranges 620 miles. Mercedes already has a luxury EV on the verge of entering the market. It's a 441-mile range EQS, which I think you and Mike both drove.
Yep.
With the EQXX, it promises to go further. So that's that, and it's a good-looking little car. I like it. The next one we have is a Hyundai Ioniq 5. Hyundai joins the solar power party with a car geared towards sustainability, futuristic mobility. It's the new Ioniq 5. The car will be available with 2 battery sizes and 2 drivetrains. Combined with the all-wheel drive option, the Ioniq 5 can reach speeds of up to 115 miles per hour. Hold me back. The two-wheel drive
looks like somebody used a can opener down the side of it there.
The two-wheel drive option enables the longest range of driving, reaches about 300 miles with the largest battery option. Hyundai says the vehicle's solar power options can help extend the range of, Mike, listen to this, 1,240 miles per year, which is about 3 miles a day if you're driving in the sun.
Lots of help.
This next one, I like it. I like this next one, and this one is we have Buzz Evangelist, who is a friend of the show.
Uh-huh.
This one is called the Lightyear 1. Buzz Lightyear, of course. This is a Dutch startup. Lightyear recently unveiled a prototype for what they say is the first car capable of taking us long distances while being powered only by the sun. The company claims that the car has a range of about 450 miles. According to Lightyear, the car accelerates from 0 to 60 in 10 seconds. Ooh, calendar would be better.
Like a 1980s model car.
Aside from solar power recharging, the car can also be recharged at charging stations and regular outlets, Mike. The company claims to be the first model consumes 3 times less energy than any other EV on the market today, which is very cool. If you can save, you can save. This next one is the Sono Motors Scion. Scion is a hybrid electric vehicle made by a German startup company called Sono. It charges itself by using solar energy. There are 248 solar cells integrated into the body, meant to be completely self-sufficient in driving short distances. The car can go up to 155 miles on a single charge, adds about 21 miles per day via the solar panels. This thing can go for about $28,500 in case you're interested to get that solar powered vehicle. This next one is my favorite. It reminds me of your daughter, Katie Armstrong. She's going to launch this into Mars. You watch.
Yeah.
This is called a Wolfgang Thunder Truck. The Thunder Truck is an electric.
What a great name.
Electric off-roader concept with dashing futuristic features, including the bat-wing-shaped solar panels. The 800 horsepower Mike Thunder Truck EV boasts a 180 kilowatt per hour battery, 400-mile range, 800 foot-pounds of torque, and what's more, Mike, it can go from 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. The truck comes in 2 models, a 4x4 and a 6x6, Conrad. The company website states, state-of-the-art TT Ranger extender easily converts the Thunder Truck into a 6-wheel drive.
Thunder Monster.
And it only costs $4 million. Buy one
there you
today.
go.
Yeah, but it's a government project.
The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In-Wheel Time Car Talk. We also video stream on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com, and podcasts are at your fingertips on over a dozen of the most popular podcast outlets in the world. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues after this brief break. Everyone at the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In at the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, thank you for participating in the best cruise in around and look forward to seeing you again. You'll hear about the next cruise in date right here on In Wheel Time. Next time you're in the West Houston Energy Corridor area, be sure and stop in at the original Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex at I-10 and Highway 6 or the Katy location on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard. When passing through Beaumont or College Station, stop in and have Loopy's award-winning beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. There's always a celebration at Loopy Tortilla. Loopy Tortilla founder Stan Holt and his wife Sheila are winning racers on the NHRA drag racing circuit and have a collection of hot rods and classics that everyone appreciates. Look for them at the next Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In. The date will be announced soon and will once again be held at the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex on 99 and Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10 and Katy. We'll give you all the details right here on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show and online. Donations benefit God's Garage. We'll see you then. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.